welcome to the Prime Hour with Corporate Titans, a series proudly presented by DME Management School. And today's session is hosted by OSS HR Club, and I'm the faculty head of the club. And today we have a very esteemed guest with us today, Mr. Amit Jindal. He's a senior HR manager at Tech Mahindra. And the purpose of today's conversation is to go beyond textbooks, classrooms, and explore some very relevant questions about youth, career choices, professional success, leadership, and preparing ourselves for the world of work. So, sir, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thanks
today.
a lot, everyone. And very
Can
good morning to all of you.
Can we have a big round of applause for sir? Sir, first I would like to start with your journey. So, can you just share with us how you ended up being the HR manager, senior HR manager at Tech Mahindra?
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot, Swati. Before I go directly to this question, one disclaimer, right? So, whatever information, ideas I'm expressing here is my own individual experience, nothing related to the on behalf of the organization where I'm working, right? Because that is very, very important. Journey. We all dream, right? And that is how my journey started around 2008-10, when I dreamt that I will be doing my MBA and then probably entering into the corporate world. I was very, very good with numbers. BCom, then I did my CA Inter while doing my BCom, and then probably during my course of journey, my mentor identified, you should try in HR. You are a people person. And that is how I landed into HR. Lot of fears. People were getting placed. In the last semester, I thought that let me give a try at outside the market. I landed into an opportunity by my own self, but trust me, it was pathetic. It is not even in my resume. I joined there. My role was into part of the recruitment. My reporting time was 8 p.m. I left the job within 3 hours. I identified this is not my cup of tea. I had gone back to the college, had discussion with my own self, because that is the biggest thing which you need to have. And then probably I had patience, waited for the right opportunity, and there the opportunity gone with when the campus placements were happening, the organization named IntelliGroup, it came, right? So one position, 200 plus people who were candidates from 3 colleges. The aim was simple, एक position है मेरी है, with the right set of mind. Lot of rounds happened, right? First round, second round, and at the last, there were 2 people who were finalists, me and one of my another colleague from the same college. And from within, I knew she is my biggest competitor. She landed into that job. But still, koi baat nahi. There will be something better than me. Just after a day, I received the call from the same organization that we have created an opportunity, and there you go. So from there, I have never looked back. I took my opportunity. I was taking care of India, people who were moving from India to US in different kind of visas, global mobility, spent around 4.5 years, and then from executive, senior executive, and then after 4.5 years, I moved to, internally moved from Bangalore to Gurgaon, right? Because my native place was Punjab. And then again, I joined another organization, Omni Globe, in 2015. I left in 3 months. The culture was not at all as per my apt requirement. And in 2016, I joined Tech Mahindra. So from 2016 till date, I'm in Tech Mahindra, and this is my 10th year. So that is how my entire journey, and with discipline, with lot of patience, grown from the executive till the lead manager. So this is my entire journey, guys. Thank you. In short.
Thank you for sharing your journey with us, sir. So coming to the young generation sitting with us today, so we often hear that today's youth, they are more ambitious, and also they are more connected and more exposed to the opportunity than the previous generations. So at the same time, they also face the pressure and also the uncertainty, the comparisons. So how would you, from your experience, how would you describe their biggest strengths and also the challenges of young people today? from your perspective?
Swati, you discussed about today's generation more ambitious. See, I think the professors are right here. They were not ambitious. They were. Why we say today's population or today's youngsters are more ambitious? They are more prone to digital world, the media. This was not strongest at the previous generations, right? So you are more prone to digital literacy. This is a pros also, this is a con also. Your strengths are you are adaptable, which somewhere I feel you are challenging the status quo. But the biggest disadvantage is again you are started having too much comparisons with each other. See, run your own race. You have stopped feeling and expressing your own self. You are running somebody else's race. This is the biggest failure which I feel, or the biggest challenge which people I see the corporates when the colleges people or they are entering into the corporate world, right? They are always having the information overload. They are having the competition with others. Have the competition with your own self. Beat your best. That is something which I want to give a message to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the next question would be, if any student they feel that they are average and how can they become valuable professional in the workplace? So how can they increase their value? So any tips for that?
See, I see a lot of people. Example, I have a lot of team who is working under me, right? What is the difference? They all are working the job which is assigned to them. What is difference? Difference is integrity. What is integrity? Doing the things right when no one is watching you. See, people are always you to do the right things when someone is watching them. But what makes them difference is when no one is watching them, they are doing their things right, apt. Accountable for your job. Be very, very accountable. Responsibility is different, accountability is different, right? You need to own that, what you are doing. And that is how you enter into the leadership. You need to own your decisions. Because there are situations when you're in the corporate world, it will come, right? You cannot lie on others' decisions, right? You have to take the decisions, and that is how you grow to the next elevated roles, right? So integrity, accountability, and always guys go for solution oriented. Don't come with problems. We always have a habit to go to our mentors, to seniors, right, with only the problem statements. Go with problems, what with the recommended or probable solutions, and that is how the difference comes, right, from the valuable and the non-valuable performer. And that is, see, people are same, their learnings are same, but how you make the difference is how you are seeing the opportunities and grabbing it out. That is really very, very important, right? So move away from your comfort zone. We generally stuck to your comfort zone, ki acha hai, let's do that only. If you have 10 things in your bucket list, my always thing is fix those things which is the difficult part. Easy to ho jayegi. Easy will be taken care. Pick the difficult thing if it is in your priority list, the second difficult, third difficult, and so on. That gives you a lot of confidence, right?
Sir, there is one more thing that the young people, they are expected to get the success at the very early stage, and there is a lot of constant comparison on social media, and I feel they are not very good with the setbacks and the failure. So any suggestion that you want to give to them that you know, healthy competition is also important, and also these setbacks are important to grow in life. So any suggestion on your point of view on that, sir?
See, champs, you need to define what is the meaning of success. For everyone, success means difference to each other, right? For me, the success can be money. For somebody else, the success can be position, designation. For somebody, the success can be the inner peace. So you need to define what is success for you. And sometimes we all are in the habit of succeeding, right? I think in the corporate, generally, I see those people growing who fail. Now you will think that I am failing, how I will grow in the corporate world. When I say people who fail, it doesn't mean they fail and stop. They have to bounce back. They need to understand what mistakes they have done. Don't have fears. Convert your fear into faith, guys. It's very, very important. We all have grown up by giving a lot of exams, right? A lot of competitions. I see when people enter the corporate world, we have certain patterns of trainings, right? They have to go for assessments and client assessments, and then practically they have to go onto the production floor. They fear. Why? We all have grown up. And this is a practical world. So please don't go with that success, success, success. Failure is important. Success will give you motivation, but I think failure gives you more bouncing back attitude, and that is something which we all need to carry, right? Failures are important, but as long as you are learning from your mistakes, failures are good. That is my mantra. And with this, I will give you one live example in terms of, I'm sure you would be watching series, right? Recently, I was seeing through one series of Operation Safed Sagar. Has anyone seen that? Yeah? Seen? I'll just narrate. That Operation Safed Sagar is about the Kargil war, right? When the opposite country, they acquired certain part of the Kashmir, right? And they acquired certain peaks. The Indian army was failing to go to that peaks because they were standing at such a height that they were killing those people, the Indian army who was coming to the peak, right? Because that was the Indian territory. India has the sufficient fighters, the sensors were there, but if they target those places where the enemy was there, right, they were into the radar of the bombs from the other side. So what the strategy they made is that they will flew at certain height above the clouds, they will throw the bomb at the targets, but the target was not clear because their GPS was not able to track that target. They did the trials for 3 to 4 days and they failed. For all 3-4 days they were failing. If they would have not done the reattempts, we were not in this position what we are today. They do all the permutation combinations and finally they succeeded, that they will throw the bomb at a certain height, this will hit the target, and the combination started matching it out. So never ever stop. This is my message to you. Fail, fine. Go back. Might be that is not my day. We also fail, trust me, after having almost like 15 plus years of experience, we also fail. Every day cannot be mine, right? So never ever just stop. A message to all of you.
Sir, now we would like to talk about the leadership. So leadership is often associated with holding a position and having the authority, but true leadership can also mean taking responsibility, influencing others positively. So what does leadership mean to you? How would you define the leadership to our students? And also they can imbibe those qualities of being a leader before entering into the corporate world.
See, for me, leadership is very, very simple. Walk the talk. Be a role model, right? I have a big team. I never, that notion, right? Manager is getting the things done from others. I don't believe in all these things. You be a role model, you set examples, you do yourself, and you let other people also give them the authority, right? Watch them, how they are doing it out. So being accountable, responsible, and walking the talk is something which I will summarize is my leadership style. It's very, very simple, right? I talk to people not only about work, right? You would have seen my style, right? The way I entered, I'm not only for this. I thought that while not preaching the wellness, I talk about wellness, lot of wellness to the people, and that is how I relate that wellness. See, I see people, they are the seniors, they are talking to their employees only for work related. What if I'm talking to you for your wellness? And that too, not only about your mental or health, I'm talking about financial also. So 3 perspectives we are covering. Why not during that working hours? Doesn't it will help you that what is in more for me in this organization? So that is something which my leadership style preach me out.
Sir, we often tell students that, you know, go for this internship, do this, work on these skills, but we usually don't tell them what not to do. So there are definitely certain things that they need to take care of that they must avoid to get the success in the corporate world. So, any tips on that, sir?
See, not to do, I recently did some big seminar with a lot of corporate world on this. Not to do is, don't, again as I said, don't compare. Run your own race, guys, right? So don't compare with each other, beat your best. Your biggest competitor is your own self. You did something X today, do X plus 1 tomorrow. Set some milestones and ensure practically that it is getting achieved, right? Stop comparisons. Digital world is good, but at the same time, too much of digital is also bad. So I always preach digital detox. So do these things, right? And another is, if you are fearful of failures, fine, but convert your fear into faith. This is something which I want you guys to stop doing it out.
Sir, you told us that you were good with numbers,
Yes.
but you entered into the HR field. I've seen that most of the students, they have this perception that HR is easy. It's theoretical, and there are a lot of myths related to it. So can you just break their myths that no, it's not about only the theory and you study motivation, organizational behavior, all those things?
See, my numbers are really helping me right from the day one I'm in HR. To HR, every organization it called as a cost center, right? It's a cost because we are not the revenue generators for the organization. But right from the day one, my theory was being to prove with my numbers how HR is an indirect revenue center. We have put a lot of strategies, we have worked on the attrition control measures, right? And proved that how HR is working as an indirect revenue center. So HR, in every organizations, it depends upon the size of the organization, right? See, in smaller organizations, HR is taking care of each and every task, might be recruitments, the employee onboarding, inductions, grievances, exits part, or so on, the back-end jobs. But in bigger organizations, the structures are different, right? There is specialization. Some people are taking care of only the recruitment, some people are taking care of onboarding, some people are taking care of the employee lifecycle strategies and the back-end job. You need to define what is your skill set, right? HR is not, trust me guys, HR is not about rangolis. It is not about rangolis. Trust me, it is not about rangolis, and we do not do that practice in our organization. We always, if we have to do some fun also, there is a learning behind it. We ensure there is some team building exercises, right? We preach people because it's not about IC roles. It's all about taking the entire team away, right? Along with you. So that is very, very important. So don't have this myth that HR is only taken away in organizations as a rangoli. You need to set your own benchmarks. You need to establish how you are adding a value addition to the organization, right? Understand the structures. Don't start making the changes immediately. Understand the structures, have the gap areas, and then start designing the model, how you want to give the process improvements to the organization, because that is what organizations are looking forward, right? So they are not following the structured approaches. So that is the biggest myth. If HR, some people of you are thinking that HR is only about rangolis and so we have taken away this concept of rangolis, right? We build on employee wellness.
Sir, finally the last question. So what advice would you give to our BBA students? So what they should do in college life to get success? So you have already covered most of the things, but last advice to the students.
See, be very strong to your fundamentals, guys. These 3 years, I will say it's all your time which is given to you to test everything. You want to test, you want to fail, do it out. But play that leadership role. You might be playing the leadership role, you are some of the examples, presentations, right? Or you are helping each other. There is also leadership. You are giving some suggestions. See, when we give suggestions, the biggest problem is we always think that मैंने suggestion दिया तो यार it should be accepted. No, it cannot be. You give as a probable solution, right? And think the other perspective, because the way you are giving the solution, it is only one perspective. You need to understand 360 degree. You need to understand the pros and cons of it. So have your strong fundamentals, one, right? Do not fear from the failures, always bounce back. Stay connected with the industry experts, guys. Which failure, what I feel is, Um, Generally, the students, we talk about college to corporate, they are only connected when they need, right? We need to be connected, guys. It's not about need, because there is huge population. The funneling down of the seats happen at every level. So be connected, take the regular feedbacks, whether it is your professors, college, or your mentors, or your industry partners like us, right? Take the feedback and try to adapt in your daily schedule. Be disciplined. The college will give you the discipline. So you have a structures of, right, some 10 to 5 or kind of stuff. So your classes will start at this particular timing, right? Similarly, the corporates also work. But there I see a lot of people, why they fail is they they lose all their discipline patterns. 5 minutes late ही तो है, चलता है. That is something which will establish right from the journey right you are. Don't be late even if you are in college, in your classes as well. That discipline will come into picture.
Thank you so much, sir. Anybody who would like to ask any questions?
Good morning, sir. My name is Yashita, and I want to ask that, like, how AI and technology is affecting HR operations, because many of us are doing internship right now, and many of us will do in the next semester, so we should know which skill to hone.
See, AI and technology is not only affecting HR, it is affecting the entire era, right? So it is, and it is something which way back it started in 2019, right? And if I talk about, there was a big fear when this computers came into picture in year 2000. Our jobs will go away, right? Computers will take all these things. If you talk to your seniors, if you talk to your parents, right, that fear was there. But has it gone? Answer is no. Answer is no. But who has gone away? People who have not adapted themselves with the technology. People who have, I can name you examples of the organizations, right? HMT, Nokia, Kodak, they have not adapted themselves with the technology. And Kodak was the first one to bring the digital cameras, right? So similarly, guys, don't have fear, learn the technology. People who will learn, they will be with the speed and with the race. But if you think that I will not learn, then you need to identify where you want to be. There are certain platforms where AI will not hit hard. It will take time. But trust me, the quality is getting missed. I will give you an example. Right now you have any problem, right? And you call to the customer care. That chatbot, the series starts, right? The chatbot starts. Do you really get a first time resolution? Then what it is? The quality is getting missed, right? You get pissed off. So that organizations are started analyzing, and slowly and gradually when the guidelines will be in picture, this thing will be stabilized. But learn AI. It's very, very important, right?
Thank you,
it's
sir.
very vast.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Aditya. First of all, a very big thank you to you, sir, for being here. It was a really insightful session that we had today. My question to you would be, sir, with regard to what you just said, that the younger generation needs to own up for their decisions and should express themselves more openly. So I feel the biggest reasons why we hesitate whenever we have to take action or make any decision is the fear of being judged by others. How would you suggest that we tackle this fear, sir?
See, the fear is within. You are thinking that fear, that how others will be judging us. Whose fear it is? Your own. Break that. Test to karo. Try to karo. Problem is, we don't try it out. And trust me, when we also express our ideas, right, we go with a very, very 360-degree opinion. We don't give one perspective. हम pros cons के साथ जाते हैं. Only thing is that if you are giving something, give the entire 360-degree angle. You will go with much more confidence, and don't expect that others will judge you. Why they will judge you? See, you guys are bringing more of innovation. The seniors are bringing the skill set out of their experience. But the creativity, the innovation, that is something which you guys are bringing to the technology, right? So don't get worried about how others are judging you, and don't have that fear inside you. Important is that. I have done a lot of sessions in terms of how people should break it with a simple theory. Talk to yourself in front of mirror, nothing else. Mirror is my biggest way how I have to bounce back.
Any other question? From that side, okay.
Good morning, sir. My name is Sharanya, and my question to you is, I being a fresher, so I would like to ask, what common mistakes do freshers make during an interviews? So when we come, we're really nervous, and what mistakes do we actually make? I would like to know about that.
I have been in my entire 15 years, I have been into panel for 4 years continuously, and I have never asked a single question. Never asked a single question. My role was only to interpret, because I'm good in face reading, right? So only the interpretation, how you're speaking and whether the same theories are going in your mind or not, right? The biggest mistake was your resume. Right now, what people are doing it out, because they're taking all the help of technology, they don't even know what is written there. What is resume? It is you. You should know what is written over there. And for freshers, they don't bring any corporate experience. What they will bring is the journey you had till date in your college, in your school, or might be certain projects, initiatives which you have taken. That project should talk about the leadership skills, how you have done that differently, right? And always learn the etiquettes of the facial expressions. My expressions like that, it talks about nervousness. My hands, the movements, everything, my feet, these are all expressions, right? While I'm performing an interview, it talks about my nervousness, it talks about my confidence level, it talks about whether I'm really what I'm talking about. Trust me, in my first interview, honestly, I think 50% of the questions I answered wrongly. 50%. But the attitude was very, very positive in terms of having the fire in the belly and what change I can bring to the organization if given a chance. Have you ever calibrated the attitude? Attitude, if you place the numbering, you know the concept of this? A stands at 1. Have you heard about anyone? What is the, if I total it out, the attitude, where it stands, it is 100%. Do you know this theory? Any one of you? No? Okay, do it out when you go back. A stands at 1, if you count. Then double T, T stands at 20th position. Similarly, T stands at 20th position, I stands at 9th position, and so on. If you total it out, it becomes 100. You need to have that positive attitude, not the negative one. So go with that approach right from the resume making. It is you, not anybody else. Let it be. Don't make it too much of jazzy. I see a lot of jazzy things which come into picture, but when it comes to the practicality, it is zero. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Very good morning, sir. My name is Manan.
Hi,
Sir,
Manan.
as a people person, how do you handle the human side of laying off the employees?
Laying off.
Yes, sir.
See, one we need to understand is the concept of Charles Babbage. You know, the survival of the fittest, right? You need to perform, guys. Because, see, we often encounter a position when the numbers are cut down, right? And then, very simple example, if we say, if we have 200 people and we have to reduce 10. Now, as a basic, who will be those 10 people who will reduce? Example, I'm just asking to you, who you will reduce?
The one who are not performing that much.
How you will measure that?
So by measuring their performances and their daily activities.
There will be some numbers.
Yes, sir.
There will be some stack rankings. See the rankings which we get in colleges as well. So you will remove the last 10. You will remove the last 10. But what difference we do? Trust me. What we do is we build that confidence to those 10 people why you are there, and now what is you have to do and what we have to do. We will figure out an equal positions for you during this period. We don't ask them to go immediately. We give them the sufficient period of their notice, right? And during this notice period, we find an equal opportunities in some other projects. We don't leave them. See, people are the greatest asset. We have worked on them. We have trained them. We have invested on them. And these all counts money. So we don't leave them until unless they think that, oh, the option which is given to me is not my cup of tea, I will choose something outside the market. People are free, right?
Thank you, sir.
Any other? I think, sir, that's all from the students' side, and thank you so much for.
Thank you. I'm very much excited because almost like way back, prior to 15-16 years, I was on the other side. Lot of hesitations, right? Don't have. Your positive attitude will build you, and always talk to the industry experts, right? Because might be the education which you guys are taking, it will get 0 after 3 years. You need to understand the concept of learn, unlearn and relearn. If you will stop anywhere, trust me guys, the journey of growth will stop. So don't stop your journey of learn, unlearn and relearn. It's very, very important, right? Thank you.
Can we have a big round of applause? So here comes the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the guests for being here and give their insight for the session. So thanks to all.